everybody, happy Friday. I'm here with Melissa and we kind of wanted just to take some time today to talk to you guys a little bit about what makes every sea bag unique. And the first thing is, of course, that they're all made from recycled sail.
Right, so that's unique in itself. Every bag or product that we have is made from recycled sails. So these come from sailors, sailing enthusiasts that have used these sails on the water and just have no use for them anymore or thrown away. So we found a good way to use them by making our products.
That's right, because even though they lose the elasticity, the sail material itself is still really strong. And one of the problems with that is that it's so hard for it to break down in the landfill, so if they do get thrown away, they just sit there and sit there. So not only are we helping to keep this material out of the landfills, it's still really strong and makes a great durable bag, which is, I mean, who doesn't want that?
I think that's one of the things our customers like most about our products is that they're so durable. And it is because they're made from recycled sail material.
Yeah, and so actually each bag is made from two separate sail panels, and you can see that the rope actually goes in between the sails and around the bottom of the bag, which really helps to support the bottom. And where do we get the rope from, Melissa?
We get our rope from one of the last rope manufacturers in New England. So we try to keep all of our products local in Maine that we get, all of our materials. But if we can't do that, then we'll get our materials from New England or America. So we try not to outsource anything, and we don't outsource anything outside of the U.S.
Yep, and so the work is actually done by hand here in our Portland location. You can see here it's spliced and whipped by hand, and if you don't know what that means, the splice is this braided section, which is actually how you get the two ends of the rope to come together. And then the whipping is this thin twine around it, which this is sort of more of a decorative piece. It's really just to hide the ends of the splice. But this is all done in hand at our Portland headquarters, like everything. And not only are the ropes done by hand, but the panels are cut by hand as well, right, Melissa?
Yeah, so after we receive the panels, they're stored in our warehouse. In that warehouse, we cut them, we clean them, make sure they're all ready to be made into bags, and then we bring them over to our store here in Portland for production.
And the great thing about cutting the panels by hand is we can actually really accentuate all of the unique features that those sail panels had. For you guys at home who maybe have never had the chance to come into one of our stores and experience it for yourselves, there's a lot of really cool different things that you can find on our bags. So we kind of just wanted to show you guys what some of those features might be in the event that you get one and you don't really know.
When they're cutting the panels, oftentimes they'll try to incorporate those features because they're really cool and they make the bags really unique and special. So we don't avoid those at all. We want to obviously use every part of the sail that we can, and we think those features just make the bag even more special.
Yeah, I mean, everyone on our crew loves these kind of things. They're our favorite parts. So this here is an example of some zig stitching that was part of the original sail. You can see that it kind of got a really cool effect with the print. We do all of the printing in-house as well. So you see there's like a little bit of a cool effect on this octopus tote down here, or handbag, excuse me. You see that you kind of have different variations in the print. So when you have something like that zig stitching, it really does affect the final look of the bag, which is why we can really say that every bag is unique, because not every sail panel is going to have the same features in the same spot. I mean, it's just so cool. We love it here.
Yeah, it's, I mean, you can see with this, a lot of the products come out differently. You'll see an octopus tote maybe that's a more bright white. That's just another cool feature that we love about our bags, is because every sail is unique. So the way that we print our designs on each is going to come out differently, and we just think that's
so cool.
Yeah, it is so cool, because not like someone else could have an octopus tote and it could be
Another
completely different.
over here, and you see, you know, this sail is a little bit brighter. This one's a little bit more weathered from, you know, maybe this was out on a racing boat and this was someone's family sailboat that they didn't take out as much, so this didn't get as much sun exposure. Just thinking about all the different stories behind the different bags and maybe why one doesn't look like another.
This one also has this cool
Oh,
window in
this
it.
is awesome.
This is a vintage tote that we have.
So the vintage totes all feature the original mainsail insignia, which, I mean, is so cool. They're some of the most unique bags. We love them here. But this one, as Melissa mentioned, not only does it have some really awesome colored zig stitching on the inside, it has this little window. So you can actually see part of the rope channel in the bag. And I mean, how cool is that? Some other things that you could find in your bag, this is actually my personal favorite, are grommets. I think grommets are so cool. We have this one, you guys can see inside of this bag. You know, there's just a grommet on the inside. It's a really cool feature. Personally, I love one like right smack dab in the middle, like on the outside of the bag, so everyone can see it and know that this bag is something that was recycled.
I think my favorite thing to come across is the telltale, just because
Oh.
it made like it's.
Yes.
You don't see one of those on every bag, and it's so unique and special.
So a telltale is affixed to the sail, and what it does is it lets the sailors see the flow of the wind across the sail. Ideally, you want the flow of the wind to be the same on both sides of the sail. So you have one on either side, and that lets the sailors be able to see which way the wind is flowing, because obviously you can't do that just from your eye. And because there's usually only a couple telltales on a sail, they're so rare, you don't see a lot of bags with them. So we kind of consider it to be lucky at Sea Bags if you get a bag with a telltale on it. So if you have a bag and you have a telltale, that is awesome. Good for you. You are a lucky one. Some other things that I think we didn't talk about is this one in here. You see you have sort of this black stripe that was part of the sail. And another thing is just the different feels of the bag. Like this one, I don't know if you can hear, it's a little bit,
We call it crunchier.
but it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It gives the bag a little bit more structure. You see like this handbag is a little bit softer of a sail. And all of that, all of these different features, they're really just about the story of the sails and the adventures that it went on, long journeys it's taken, races it sailed, days out on the water with family and friends. I mean, that's really what we feel like is the essence of the bags. It's not really about the bag, it's about the story behind the sail.
Yeah, and I think it is really neat for customers to come into one of our store locations and feel the bag, because you can really get an idea for, you know, the character of it, where it's been, and it's cool to compare the different materials, compare the different marks on it, and pick your favorite, because, you know, some people like a bag that's more sturdy, and some people like a bag that, you know, is more flexible. So you kind of have that option when you go to a retail store to check out the different bags.
And we have the same preferences here. And you know, most of our retail stores are in the Northeast, so if you can't make it to a retail store, we are offering 10% off and free shipping on all orders over $50 at seabags.com through Monday. So be sure to check that out. And if you're interested in learning about a story behind one of the sales we've received many, but this one we thought was kind of great. It was a sale that this individual had throughout their youth and childhood. It was the first boat that they bought. It's a really great story, so you can check out the link in this post to learn more about that and see a little video that we put together. So thanks to Melissa for joining me today. Thanks to you guys for tuning in, and we hope everybody has a great weekend.